This is Chris McDaniels. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris McDaniels, and follow me on all my social media accounts. I'll be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, February 24th, 2025 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, we kick off the show with the first segment of the night, where we get to Logan Paul. He comes out there tonight, and yeah, he starts talking about how he is going to go on to win the Elimination Chamber match and go on to WrestleMania and face Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, and how he's going to walk out of the Chamber with the title. Out of WrestleMania with the title. So yeah, that's what Logan Paul is saying, and then he starts talking crap to the Cincinnati, Ohio fans and all that, because they are live down there tonight. And yeah, he's just talking a lot of crap to them. But then all of a sudden, he gets interrupted by CM Punk. CM Punk comes out there to confront Logan Paul, and Logan Paul's like, "Oh, let me guess why you hate me," and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Logan Paul was going on about. And CM Punk was telling Logan that he actually don't hate him at all, because he don't know him personally like that. So yeah, that's what CM Punk was telling Logan Paul. But then he says that it's all business and all that, but he says that Logan Paul's not going to win the Elimination Chamber match. And he says that he's going to be a receipt for what Logan Paul did to him at the Rumble by eliminating him, and he says that he's going to eliminate Logan Paul's ass in the Elimination Chamber, and he's going to go on to WrestleMania, and he's going to go on the main event, and how he's going to go beat Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. So yeah, that's what CM Punk was saying there. But then Logan Paul was talking about how he's a full-timer now, and that, that he's gotten better in CM Punk and all that stuff. And CM Punk was trying to tell Logan Paul about respect and all that stuff. And Logan Paul's not showing any respect to CM Punk. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And then both of them gets like face to face. And then after that, we see Logan Paul slap the hell out of Punk and quickly rolled out the ring. And then, Logan is walking up the ramp laughing and all that stuff after he done slap Punk, and then he says that, his hand slipped and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Logan Paul is saying. And then Punk grabs the mic and he starts talking again, and he says that that he's going to know CM Punk's name because he is trapped in the cage with them at Elimination Chamber, and he says that everybody's going to be chanting CM Punk. So yeah, that's what CM Punk says to Logan Paul. But yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment. I liked it. But up next, it'll be the first match of the night. It'll be Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Pete Dunne in a triple threat match up next in the first match of the night. That match is up next. Still to come later on tonight, we're going to be seeing Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai for the Women's Intercontinental Championship later on tonight. And later on tonight in the main event, it'll be Bianca Belair and Naomi defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez later on tonight. Not only that, we're going to be seeing Cody Rhodes tonight and much more. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Till then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we get to the first match of the night. It was Penta versus Pete Dunne versus Ludwig Kaiser in a triple threat match in the first match of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. So yeah, we get to this match. In this match, it was a really good match. The crowd was behind it and everything. We see Penta at one point taking control in this match, hitting the front flip senton to Pete Dunne, and Ludwig Kaiser taking them both out, doing a lot of stuff, trying to Penta driver, and then at one point Kaiser gets up on the ring apron, and Penta had knocked him off the apron, but then that became enough distraction when Pete Dunne hitting bitter ending onto Penta. He pinned him. 1, 2, Kaiser breaks at the pin at the count of 2. Kaiser gets into the ring, tries to hit his finish move on a Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne fought out of it and everything, and then Kaiser got knocked out of the ring. Penta tries to hit the Penta driver onto Pete Dunne, but then after he hit the sacrifice on the Pete Dunne, he tries to hit the Penta driver onto him, but then Kaiser gets into the ring, grabbing Penta by the mask, tossing him out of the ring, and then that's when Kaiser takes advantage, grabbing Pete Dunne, hitting his finish move, that DDT move, on the Pete Dunne, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Ludwig Kaiser defeated Pete Dunne and Penta tonight in the triple threat match. That's what happened there. It was a really good match to kick off the show. I'll give that match 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give that one. Great match right there. But then after that, we see Jackie Redmond interviewing the WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley in the crowd. And yeah, she was interviewing her about her match against Io Sky for next week's episode of Monday Night Raw for the WWE Women's World Championship. And Rhea Ripley was talking about how she defeated the best of the best, like how she defeated Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and so many others to retain and win the championships and all that. So yeah, that's what Rhea Ripley was saying, and she says that it's going to be no different from next week's episode of Raw. And then Io Sky comes up pretty much saying that she's going to be the one to defeat Rhea Ripley, become the new Women's World Champion, go on to WrestleMania, defending that title. So yeah, that's what's going on there, and they went face to face right there. But yeah, next week they got that match. But next we're going to be seeing the New Day versus the LWO in a tag team match up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then. So, the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we get to the New Day. So, yeah, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day comes out there, and Xavier grabs the mic and they start cutting a promo. Somehow they try the chili in Cincinnati tonight, and how it tastes like dog food. So, yeah, it was like, ew, it was like the best dog food for dogs and all that. So, yeah, that's what was going on there. But then we get to the match. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, the LWO rush down to the ring, and we get to the match. The LWO versus the New Day in a tag team match. This match, it was pretty decent. The LWO was doing pretty good up against the New Day, but then at the ending of this match, we see the LWO try to hit a double team move onto Kofi Kingston, but when he was trying to do that, we seen Xavier Woods getting up on the apron and stuff, trying to get into the ring, and it was distracting the referee. So when that happened, all of a sudden we see Kofi Kingston poke Cruz del Toro in the eyes and pushed him into Joaquin Wilde, which he was on the top turnbuckle, and he got knocked off the top turnbuckle, and then Kingston tags in Woods, and then that's when Kofi and Woods hit their tag team finish move, where Kofi hits a backbreaker onto Cruz del Toro, and then Xavier Woods jumped off the top turnbuckle with a double foot stomp to the chest onto Cruz del Toro, and they pinned him for the 3 count. So yeah, the New Day defeated the LWO tonight in the 6-man tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened there. But then after the match ended, we see the New Day just beating down the LWO after the match, beating them both down. And then Dragon Lee comes running down trying to make the save. And he was doing pretty good up against the New Day for a little bit, but it was 2-on-1. They started beating him down. Then they hit a double powerbomb onto Dragon Lee, laying him out. So the New Day lays out all 3 members of the LWO tonight. That's what happened there. Crazy stuff, but yeah, that's what happened there. But then after that, we get to backstage where we see Finn Balor with Carlito, and he's talking to Dominic Mysterio backstage, and he was talking about how it's Dominic's fault for what happened last week and all that stuff. And Dominic was like, bro, look, you're the one that lost against Seth now. Oh, come on now. So yeah, that's what was going on there. And Finn was talking about how Braun Breaker done speared Dominic last week and so many other things last week as well. So, yeah, that's what Finn was saying there. And then all of a sudden, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez comes in there, talking about y'all still arguing. And then she was talking about how they're trying to focus on the tag team titles, bringing the tag team gold back to the the Judgment Day. And she was talking about how this is a big week and everything, and how she's going to go on to win the Elimination Chamber match and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's what Liv Morgan was talking about there. And then Finn was like, yeah, y'all gonna be focusing on all that stuff, but y'all keep on causing more problems, because now we got Bianca and Naomi coming knocking on our doorstep because y'all want to go attack Jay Cargill. And then Liv and Raquel was talking about how they don't care about Jay Cargill, but they wasn't the ones that attacked Jay Cargill at all. So yeah, that's what they was talking about there, and they said that they're going to go focus on the tag team titles. But yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty interesting segment right there. And Dominic did mention to bring a new member in as well into the Judgment Day. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw, I'll see you guys later. Till then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next segment of the night where it leads into a match. So yeah, the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, he comes out there, and he was talking about how, that he's going to go on to WrestleMania and defend his world title against Jey Uso, and he was talking about how he actually really hated it in the very beginning, but as weeks went by and everything, he says that he's actually looking forward to it, because once and for all, he'll just end Jey Uso at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what Gunther was talking about. But then he was talking about how tonight he's going to be in the match. And he says that he talked to Adam Pearce and he got a hand-picked opponent for himself. So yeah, that's what Gunther says, and his hand-picked opponent is Akira Tozawa. So yeah, Akira Tozawa comes out there with Otis and Maxine Dupree, Alpha Academy, and Gunther explains his reasons on why he chose Tozawa, and he says that, that when he came in the arena and stuff, he seen Tozawa doing those stupid TikTok dances and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Gunther was saying there, and Gunther was somehow, that they done a lot of stuff and how they're very similar and all that, and Tozawa can do better and all that stuff, and he says that they lost a lot of weight and all that and did so much. So yeah, that's what Gunther was talking about there. And then we get to the match, and Gunther starts pushing around Tozawa, but then Tozawa starts fighting back and everything. Gunther was trying to powerbomb Tozawa, but Tozawa fought out of it as well. And then he tries to hit another powerbomb onto Tozawa, and Tozawa kept on fighting back, and actually he rolled up Gunther for a 2 count at one point. But then at the ending, Gunther hits a nice drop kick onto him, laying Tozawa out, picks him up, and he hits the power bomb onto him. He pins him, but he only gave him a 2 count because Gunther lifted up Tozawa's shoulders, and then he locks on the sleeper hold, making Tozawa tap out. So yeah, Gunther defeated Akira Tozawa tonight in a one-on-one match, but then after the match ended, Gunther goes back and locks on the sleeper hold once again. Otis comes in there, pushing Gunther off of him, and then Gunther beats down Otis, and he locks on the sleeper hold as well onto him up until Jey Uso comes running out there, making the save, chasing Gunther out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff for that match, and what happened after the match. I'll give it all 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. And I forgot to rate the New Day match and what happened after that match as well. I'll give that 2 stars. So yeah. Up next, it will be Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai one-on-one for the Women's Intercontinental Championship up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then. So, the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next match of the night. It was the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, versus Dakota Kai one-on-one for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, we get to this match, and this match, it was a really good match. The crowd was behind it and everything, both of these women beating the hell out of each other, coming up near falls. Dakota Kai almost won a couple of times, like at one point, she almost picked up the win and everything. But then we start getting towards the ending of this match where we see Dakota Kai actually try to take control, try and hit the GTK onto Lyra, but then Lyra fought out of it and everything else. And then at one point they actually ended up on the top turnbuckle, but then Lyra slips through, grabbing Dakota Kai, having her up on her shoulders, hitting Nightwing onto Dakota. She pinned her 1, 2, 3, all over there. So Lyra Valkyria defeated Dakota Kai tonight in a one-on-one match to retain the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. But yeah, that's what happened there. Lyra Valkyria retaining her title, but then after the match ended, she helped Dakota Kai up and they both hugged and everything, and Lyra Valkyria went to celebrating in the ring and everything, and then Dakota Kai got out of the ring and she's walking up the ramp, but then she gets attacked from behind by Ivy now getting thrown into the barricade and everything. Lyra don't see it because she's still celebrating, and then Ivy now gets into the ring, pulling Lyra Valkyria off the ring apron, off the top rope and everything, beating her down, and then lays out Lyra Valkyria, holding up the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So Ivy now is coming after that title very soon. But yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff for the match. What happened after the match, I'll give it all 4 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a really good match, though. I really liked that. It was a great one. But then after all that, we see an interview with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was talking about how more disturbing stuff happened down in Toronto and everything, where he says that, Kevin Owens did come to his house and everything. But he says that he actually went to Kevin Owens' house over the weekend as well, but nobody was home except for Kevin Owens' mom. And then he says that, they ended up talking and everything and, caught up and all that. So yeah, that's what he was talking about. And he says that he was glad that she's in good spirits and all that stuff. But then he says that he did not know what he was going to do to Kevin Owens if he did see him. So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn was talking about. And then he was talking about how WWE made this match an unsanctioned match. And he says that he understands. He says that his neck is not 100% and everything, but he's going to do anything that it takes to beat Kevin Owens this Saturday at Elimination Chamber. But yeah, that's what Sami Zayn was saying there. Is pretty good stuff. And then after that, we see a promo package from the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. They was talking about Elimination Chamber, and they was talking about they're going to go on and retain their title tonight in the main event against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But yeah, up next, we're going to be seeing Dominic Mysterio in action on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next match of the night. It was the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio with Finn Balor and Carlito at ringside. The Judgment Day in a one-on-one match. So yeah, we get to this match. In this match, it was pretty decent. Dominic tried to do everything that he could do to try to cheat and stuff. Like at one point, Finn actually got up on the ring apron, distracting the ref. Carlito drug Breaker out of the ring, and then after that, Dominic hit a suicide dive onto him, tried to take him out and everything, and then Dominic got him back into the ring, but then Dominic starts getting tossed around and everything. At one point, Dominic got Breaker down. He climbed the top turnbuckle, tried to hit like a frog splash, but Breaker got back up, hitting the Frankensteiner onto Dominic off the top turnbuckle, and then he was setting up for the spear onto Dominic up until he got drugged out the ring by Balor and Carlito, which caused a disqualification. So yeah, Braun Breaker defeated Dominic Mysterio by DQ. So yeah, the Judgment Day starts beating down Breaker, throwing him into the steel steps, beating him down and all that. They get into the ring. Carlito's holding Breaker, and Finn Dunn got out the ring to go grab a steel chair. While he's doing all that, we see Carlito and Breaker close by the ropes. So Dominic comes running at Breaker, but Breaker used it to throw him over the top rope, and then Breaker break free from Carlito, and then he spears Carlito, spear the hell out of him, and then he turns around, and then we see Balor trying to crawl in the ring with the steel chair, both of them staring at each other face to face, and then Balor slid out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff for the match. What happened after the match and all that, I'll give it all 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was pretty entertaining. So yeah, that's why I'll give the match, what happened after the match, 2.5 stars. But yeah, still to come later on tonight, we're going to be seeing the main event. It will be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bianca Belair and Naomi tonight for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships in the main event of Raw. And up next, we're going to be seeing Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw next. But backstage, we see Kathy Kelly interviewing Ivy Nile, and she was with Brutus and Julius Creed, the Creed brothers. And Ivy Nile was talking about how next week the Creed brothers are going to get the World Tag Team titles, and she says that she's going to beat the hell out of Lyra Valkyria every single week up until she gets a Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And while she was talking, all of a sudden we see Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders, coming up, attacking the Creed brothers, and both teams starts brawling backstage with security guards trying to separate them. So yeah, that's what happened there. Crazy stuff going on backstage. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next segment of the night where we see the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He makes his way out there to the ring, and he starts talking about what was said this past Friday night on SmackDown. He was talking about how The Rock said he wanted his soul, how The Rock said that he wanted Cody Rhodes to be his champion and all that. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes is talking about. But he says that he can read in between the lines and everything about the whole thing. And Cody Rhodes was talking about that he understands what The Rock means and what The Rock wants. And he says that, he thought about it, and, he says he's been thinking about people in his life, like his wife, his kid, Brody, little Brody, and so many other people. He says father and all that. See, that's what Cody Rhodes was talking about there. But while he was still talking, all of a sudden he gets interrupted by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes out there, and Seth tells him that he better not accept The Rock's offer. And he was talking about how he worked his ass off for everything to help Cody Rhodes. He says that what Cody Rhodes should have done was slap the hell out of The Rock in the face on SmackDown, but he didn't do that, and he says that that's a slap in his face right there. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins is talking about. And then he tells Cody that pretty much that he helped Cody Rhodes last year, how they competed against The Rock and Roman, and they helped them and to win the WWE Championship and all that. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes is talking about there. And then, that's what Seth Rollins is talking about there. And then Cody Rhodes starts telling Seth that he knows who Seth Rollins is. And he says that The Rock is only after his soul, and he's not after Seth Rollins' soul because it's like tainted or whatever. And then he was talking about how he knows Seth Rollins very well, that he was the same guy that shook his hand before he went out for 7 months from an injury and all that, and that pretty much he was the one that hit him in the back with the sledgehammer, and how he was the one that hit his brothers in the back with the steel chair, betraying the Shield and all that. But then he says that he also knows Seth Rollins really well by going out in one leg and the messed up back and all that, helping him achieve his goal by being WWE champion. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes was saying there, and he says that he knows Seth Rollins really well by that. And then Seth looks at him and he goes like, "Look, I'm just going to say don't accept Rock's offer and all that stuff." But he says that at the end it kind of don't matter, because he says, unlike The Rock, he says that he's going to tell Cody straight up that he's actually after the WWE Championship, and he says that he's going to go on and win Elimination Chamber and go on to WrestleMania and face Cody Rhodes for the title, and he says he's going to win the WWE Championship. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins tells Cody Rhodes there. So yeah, it was a pretty good segment. But then after that, we see backstage, we see Akira Tozawa in the doctor's office and all that stuff with Natalya, Maxine Dupree, and Otis getting checked up on, and then Jey Uso comes in there checking on Tozawa. And yeah, that's what happened there. And then Jay walks out the office, the doctor's office, and then he runs into Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, backstage. And then Grayson Waller was talking about how Jay is getting everybody else laid out as well. So yeah, that's what he was talking about there. And then he says that not only that, that he only knows one word and all that stuff. He kept on saying yeet and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Grayson Waller says that, you know what, that he knows that Jey Uso's not going to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. And then he says that the whole locker room knows that the Gunther's going to beat Jay at WrestleMania, and Jay's going to become a complete embarrassment on the grandest stage of them all. So yeah, that's what Grayson Waller was telling Jay, and Jay was like, "Look, you could doubt me, everybody else could doubt me, but he says at the end of the day, he's going to go on to WrestleMania and how he's going to win that World Heavyweight Championship." And then he does a Yeet thing, and Austin Theory actually does the same thing, and then Grayson Waller was all upset at Austin Theory. Both of them starts arguing, and then Grayson Waller gets hit with the super kick by Jay, and Jay does the Yeet thing once again. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment backstage. But up next, it'll be the main event. It'll be the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi, versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we get to the main event. It was the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi, versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day, in a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships in the main event of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. So yeah, we get to this match, and yeah, they was going at it and stuff before it as well, before the match. But then we get to the match, and this match, it was a really good match. Both of these teams beating the hell out of each other, coming up near falls a lot of times in this match. At one point, Bianca was out of the ring, and then we see Raquel hitting the Tejada Bomb onto Naomi, putting her against the ropes, and then that gives Liv the chance to hit Oblivion onto Naomi. She pinned her. 1, 2, Bianca barely breaking up the pin at the count at 2, and then at one point we see Bianca actually hit the KOD onto Liv. She pinned her. 1, 2, Raquel breaks at the pin at the count of 2. So yeah, it was going back and forth and everything there. Dominic Mysterio comes down there at ringside at one point, trying to help out Liv and Raquel during this match. But then at one point, we see Raquel get knocked out of the ring and everything, and then that gives Naomi and Bianca the chance to hit a double KOD onto Liv, and then Naomi pins Liv. 1, 2, Dominic places Liv's foot on the bottom rope, getting rope break there. All of a sudden, Bianca comes up to Dominic at ringside, but then Raquel comes up, grabbing onto, well, actually, Bianca grabs onto Raquel, trying to hit the KOD onto her outside on the floor, but then Raquel gets off her shoulders, picking up Bianca, and then tosses her across the announce table, taking her out. And then Raquel turns around. She gets hit with the crossbody by Naomi outside the floor. And then Naomi gets back into the ring. But then Liv was trying to hit Oblivion on her. But Naomi held on to the rope so that wouldn't happen. And then Naomi grabs her and pulls her into the ring. And tries to hit the other move, the Bubba Buster onto her. But then Liv Morgan rolls her up for a pin, getting a 2 count out of that. And then Naomi actually hits the rear view at one point onto Liv, and then she was trying to hit the split-legged moonsault onto, well, actually, she hit the rear view onto Liv, and then she goes over there because Dominic was on the ring apron, and we see Naomi kick Dominic upside the head, but he falls over the top rope into the ring, and while the referee's trying to get Dominic out the ring, we see Naomi try to hit the split-legged moonsault onto Liv, but then Raquel gets up on the ring apron, grabbing onto Naomi's leg, and then slams her face first into the ring, top of the ring post, laying her out, and then that's when Liv goes over there for the pin, pinning Naomi for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Bianca Belair and Naomi tonight in the tag team match, and yeah, Liv and Raquel are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. That's what happened there. Great match, though. For that match, I'll give it 4.5 stars. That's why I'll say that was match of the night right there. It was a really great match between those two tag teams. But yeah, at the end of the show, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez started celebrating. But yeah, really good match, though. I'll give it 4.5 stars. Like I said, that was match of the night right there. Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, it was a pretty good show. Good go-home show for Elimination Chamber. For tonight's episode, I'll give it 9.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a really good episode. If you have yet, go check it out. But yeah, that has been my WWE Monday Night Raw February 24th, 2025 reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris McDaniels, and follow me on all my social media accounts. I'll be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll be doing my NXT reviews tomorrow night. Look out for that. AEW Dynamite reviews on Wednesday. I should have my predictions up for Elimination Chamber sometime on Thursday, I guess. SmackDown reviews on Friday, and then Elimination Chamber reviews on Saturday. So yeah, look out for all that, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.